Hi everyone, hope you're well. So we're going to edit images. So you can start by opening the textbook first. You can right click and say open link in new tab. While that's opening, we can open editing images and we can just read the instructions. So open the PDF document for chapter 1, we've done that, and read pages 21 to 25. I really want you guys to go read this so that if there's anything there that's unclear that you can ask me, and I would prefer that you guys ask me on WhatsApp if you do have my number. I believe most of you do have my number, but if you don't, you can just add in a comment. There's a private comment section there, and then also maybe on this video you can also just ask me some questions and I'll answer as soon as I can. But yeah, so just have a read through this. So it's page 21 to 25, so it ends over here, but the only reading you need to do is this little bit, that, and that. So I want you guys to read that. I'm just going to make the video like a quick summary of everything that they're talking about here, but we're just going to follow what they do there. So on page 21 we're going to add a border around an image. So to make an image stand out more, you can add a border to it, and to add a border you first need to select the image by moving the mouse. Okay, we know how to select an image, and then you go to format and then picture border, and then from there you can choose any border. So if I were to show you, you go into Word and let's open this one, and let me just put in an image. So let's see if I have an image here. Let's take this feather. Okay, there's a feather. So if I would like to have a border around this, I click on the image. So by default mine goes to picture format immediately, but at the top of your screen this is called the ribbon. In the picture format tab, in here you'll see a bunch of possible borders that you can use. You can get really cool ones. You can get this 3D one that looks like that. One that's angled a bit that looks like a Polaroid photo. So you can decide what type of border you want, and yeah, I usually like the ones that one has a little shadow, which is also nice, and yeah, they're really nice. You can double click on them and just change them, and that's all you need to know about them. Then so you can put borders around it, and you can also select the color. So picture border, so you can make the border, let's say I wanted to match the gold there, then I just choose a nice gold. Let's make it look more realistic, something like that. And then you can also add in some shadows to the picture to, let's make it there, and you can change the perspective. So if you wanted to look like that and maybe have some text over here, then you can see it looks really nice. And then rotating an image. Whenever you click on an image, you'll see these little circles pop up. Now we call these handles. Now if you drag the handles, you resize the image. So if I want to make this nice and big, I can keep it there. But you'll see at the top there's this arrow that goes around. So that's basically what we're trying to do with a picture. So if you click with your mouse on it, you can rotate this. It's really cool to see with the shadow there at the back. I have a lot of fun doing that, but you can see it looks really cool. I can do this for quite a while. But you can do this and rotate the image any way you like. Maybe you wanted the pen, like in this image, to be down, then you just rotate the image like that. So it's really cool. I like it, and it looks really cool when you have the shadows and the, yeah, I think it's very cool. So we have this rotating option, so you can also do that. And then you can also flip images upside down, and you have full control over that. Okay, so we know how to rotate an image. Then there's a different thing that you can do that we also need to learn about, and it's called Smart Art. So I'm just going to make this a bit smaller. Just put it in the middle so it looks nice. Semi in the middle. And let's say I want to insert some smart art. Okay, so first of all, what is smart art? So if you go to insert, there's a button there called smart art, and usually it's something to do with diagrams and mostly diagrams and graphics that you can use to connect certain ideas with each other. I'm sure some of your notes in other subjects use a lot of diagrams to explain something like the food chain, or in history, what's the first thing that happened and what did that lead to, or I'm not sure, it can be anything, but this is actually used in a lot of textbooks. They use these, and you can go play around. I would always say go play around with all of the new things that you learn. But you can actually make your own study notes with these. So if, let's say this is the three gases in science, then you can have like from a gas state to liquid to, I forgot the other one. I don't give science, but you get the idea. So you can have all of these states and then just put in like what's the process from gas to liquid and liquid to solid and solid to gas. So you can have that. This is like a nice one for that. But yeah, these you get under the button called Smart Art. So it's really nice if you'd like to make digital notes. And in professional companies, well, in companies, then they would also like to have visual representations of things. Yeah, you can use it in many different types of places. It's really nice. But for now, we're just gonna use the basic one, basic block list. If you can't find it, just go out, Smart Art, and in all, the very first one is just called the basic block list. So if I were to ask you to find a specific one, then just go through the list until you find the name, and the name will be there. So if it says basic block list, don't go try and find something with a circle in there, because that's not a block. So usually the name is also supposed to tell you a bit more about the type of thing that I'm asking. But for this activity that you're going to do, you're going to edit your document with this basic block one. And one thing that we should know is how to edit it. So if you'd like to put in here cheese, and in this one knees and geese, and I can't think of anything that rhymes with the rest of those. So let's say I'm going to take those out. So I click on the block and I just press my delete key on my keyboard, just for in case, on screen keyboard. So your delete key, if you look on your keyboard at the top of your arrow buttons, so I know this on-screen keyboard doesn't have this, but usually there's this 6-button layout just above your arrow keys, and you'll find there's a button called DEL, that's delete. So if you press that while selecting this, so I select that and then on my keyboard delete, it deletes it. You can also right click on it and you can say cut, and it also takes it away. Just remember that if you say cut and you paste it somewhere, then it will come back. But for now, you can just cut them out. And then cheese, I would associate with the color orange or yellow maybe. But to do that, you click on the block you want to change. So I want to change the cheese block. So I right click on it, and you'll see here is called fill. There's even different styles that you can use, which is really nice. Yeah, you can have fun with that. But I'm just going to choose a basic colored in rounder shape, and I like the orange. And you can also put in some gradient for it to have some extra cheese textures. I'm not sure, there's nothing here that looks like cheese. Let's say that's cheese. And then you can also choose the color. So I would like they don't really have cheesy colors. That's a cheese color. And then knees, I would say knees are brown, because if you run a lot, they become brown because you fall so much, and then you get dirt on them. So I'm gonna make them brown. So brown knees. And geese, Uh, Geese actually lay blue eggs. Not sure if you knew that. So I'm gonna make it blue. So anyway, so we can change the colors. Not everything I say is 100% facts, but just go check it always. But as far as I remember, geese lay blue eggs. Or it's swans, I'm not sure. Certain ducks do, but let's say geese lay blue eggs. But there you go. So you can change the colors, you can change the style, you can even change the text style by selecting the text. So I'm going to select it here, and let's choose something that looks like a goose. Here we go. Grease, geese. Perfect. And something that looks like cheese. It doesn't have to be, I'm just showing you guys all the different things that you can do. So that looks cheesy. And then knees, something with a lot of bendiness. So let's put in, well, knees are close to our bodies, so the letters can be close to each other. Makes sense. There we go. So cheese, knees, geese, and you can rotate this and you see that cool animation. It looks really cool. Yeah, that's all you have to know for this activity. You can apply all of this on these activities. You're just going to open a menu. You're going to add a dark blue border to the image vegetables. Next thing, you're going to rotate the image, and you're going to insert a smart art. You're going to delete some boxes. You're going to put in specific words into those boxes, and then you just need to change the color of the boxes. So everything that I explained right now, you'll be able to do on this activity 1, 2, 3, and 4. So just for in case, let's say this is what I had to do. I'm going to say File, Save As, and in my folder for ICT, so there's my ICT, and for now we are still busy with Word, so I'm just going to put it under Word, and I'm going to call this Editing Images, and let's say this was Activity 1, so I'll just say Activity 1. And the first thing I do is I save it as a Word document, so that if I want to change something I still can. So now it's saved as a Word document, so at the top you'll see there's the name of it. And I can say File, Save As, and this time for the assignment, because you'll see on the assignment it says make sure that your submissions are in PDF format. So submit a PDF of each activity. So you're going to do this for every single activity. So this was for activity 1. You can keep that name there. Delete everything you see after the dot something. So usually it's going to be docx. Just delete that so that you keep the name. But then save as type, you're going to say PDF. This is what I want you to upload it as. So PDF, you still keep it inside of that folder, so it's still under your documents, still going to be in ICT, and it's still going to be inside Word. So you'll see this is inside of the Word document. Saving it as a PDF, then you just say save. And by default, it should open in some program to show you that this is the file you created. But not all computers have a PDF opening software, so you don't have to worry if it doesn't open on your computer. The most important thing is if you go to your documents and you go to ICT and Word, as long as you have some sort of indication telling you that it's a PDF. Mine says .pdf, so my settings are set like this. If you also want yours to show what type of file it is, I would actually suggest that you do have this. If you look in your File Explorer, there's in the ribbon, so again the ribbon is the top part of the screen in most Microsoft Office applications. You'll see here in the View tab, you can click this thing called File Name Extensions. Usually the computers don't have that ticked, so you'll just see file names like this, but I like to have mine ticked so that I know this is a Windows Office, a Microsoft Word document, and a PDF is our digital copy of this. So I like to have that set there. So you don't have to, It's just I know that I have the right file format. And then obviously I also have this really big picture telling you it's a PDF, but not all computers have software to open that. I'll show you if you want to know how to do that, but that's not part of this video. Yeah, and then you have four of these, I believe. Copy. So in the end, you'll have four of them. One for activity 1, one for activity 2, and one for 3, and then 4. So all you have to do is you just go here, you just say upload, and you have the option to drag files in here. So you can click on all of them. While keeping in control, you can decide which ones you want to choose. So control on the keyboard. And then when you have selected them, you just drag them. So you see that. Then you take your mouse to the bottom of the screen, and then you hover it over the Internet Explorer that you're using, and then just hover it over there until this inside becomes blue, and then you just leave your mouse, and then bam, it uploads. So I'm just going to cancel that. You would not cancel yours. And then the other option, if you don't like dragging, then you can just say browse, and then you just go to your file that you have. Mine is under documents, 2023, ICT, Word, and then here I can just choose my files again, and I just say, so I chose all of them, and I just say open, and now it's going to do the same thing, so it's going to upload all of those. So I just cancelled mine because I don't want to give you my PDF, but yeah, that's all you need for this assignment. So I hope the video helps, and enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, bye.